Brocky, keep talking about whiskey and kicks.
What's good, people? It's your boy Brocky, Whiskey and Kicks. We are here for another Sipping with Brocky episode, and today we are talking about the top 5 whiskeys to take to Thanksgiving when you're only 3 weeks out. This list, so the way I put this list together is based on 2 things. Availability at the time of purchase, right? The time that you need it, we're 3 weeks out. And 2 is quality of the product, right? So based on those 2 things, this list could have been 20 whiskeys long based on some of that criteria, but I had to narrow it down to 5. Here are my top 5. You're 3 weeks out, you're heading home to visit the family for Thanksgiving, or you're going to a friend's house and you want to bring a bottle of whiskey. Here are my suggestions. 3 weeks out, right? Number 5, anything from the Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. These are not necessarily easy to find, but 3 weeks out, you might get lucky. And if you see a bottle of this is number 5, mind you. If you see a bottle of this Woodford Reserve Masters Collection, I don't care which one it is. I love the Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. They have amazing selections. No one will be unhappy with that whiskey, in my opinion. And if they are unhappy with that whiskey, tell them to contact me and we need to talk about it. All right. That is number 5, Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. You're not necessarily just going to walk in and see that just sitting on the counter because it's pretty high demand. When people see it, they purchase it. But 3 weeks out, you might be able to hit up a few liquor stores if you really want to search for it, and you might get lucky enough to find it. Number 4, Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion Series. Now, I specifically said Fusion Series. However, I love, just like the Master Collection, I love pretty much everything from Bardstown. I haven't had anything from Bardstown that I didn't love. So if you see Bardstown, whether it's the blue label with the Fusion Series, or it's the burgundy label with the Discovery Series, or one of the other offerings that they have, I've had almost all of them. Pick it up. That would be an excellent gift. Now, my other selections, number 3, 2, and 1, they have other reasons why I put them ahead of Bardstown, but I wouldn't necessarily put them ahead of Bardstown if I was just going to get a bottle of whiskey on a regular day. But you're 3 weeks out from Thanksgiving. This is number 4 on the list. Bardstown Bourbon Company Fusion Series. I think Fusion Series is probably the most readily available. I can't tell if it's Fusion or Discovery, but you don't necessarily see that on the shelf a lot. Like the Masters Collection, you might have to search around a little bit to find this. Number 3, Blanton's Single Barrel Bourbon. Now you gotta think about this, right? I know some of you out there saying, "Oh, this guy talking about Blanton's, right?" All that nonsense. I get it. I understand Blanton's overhyped. I'm not saying it's not good, because I enjoy Blanton's. It's the first whiskey that I ever drank, Blanton's. But why I put this at number 3 is because of what other people think about Blanton's, right? If you come there with the horse on top and all the nice little bottle, people are impressed. Don't you want to show it to the party and be like, "Look, guys, what I brought"? That's what I did. I went to a party and I brought a bottle of Blanton's. You want to show the Thanksgiving and impress people? Bring a bottle of Blanton's. They probably heard of it and they talked about how hard it is to find. But if you 3 weeks out from Thanksgiving, you might be able to hit up a few liquor stores and find yourself a bottle of Blanton's. You might get lucky. Number 3, Blanton's Single Barrel Bourbon Whiskey. Number 2, and please, forgive me if I pronounce this wrong, but Balvenie Doublewood 12 Scotch Whiskey. The reason why I put this at number 2, 1, is because it's amazing. They have really good whiskey. I really enjoy their whiskey. Another reason, yes, the availability is there. Every time I go to the store, I see it on the shelf. I see it there. And I'm not saying that people don't like it. I'm just saying I see it. But the packaging, they have a nice tube type of situation that the whiskey comes in, the packaging is really nice. And that makes for a nice gift when you're going to someone's house. That whiskey, that Doublewood 12, and there are other offerings too. The packaging is the same, but I just specifically picked that one because I like it. But that's number 2 on the list. You see that? Great gift, right? So also good for like, congratulations or happy birthdays, or, you graduated, you got your master's degree, whatever it is, happy Father's Day, whatever it is, that's a good gift for that too. But we're talking about Thanksgiving right now. We are 3 weeks out, under 3 weeks out for Thanksgiving. And if you really want to take a bottle of whiskey home, these are your selections. Number 1 on the top 5 whiskeys to take to Thanksgiving is Colonel E.H. Taylor. I don't care which offering it is from Colonel E.H. Taylor. If you see Colonel E.H. Taylor on the shelf at any given time, in my opinion, you grab it. It is one of my absolute favorite whiskeys. But another, as with the Belvani, Colonel E.H. Taylor comes in a very nice canister also. Now, the reason why I put this number 1 is ahead of the other one that also comes in a canister is because I like this more. So I'm saying availability and quality. I love Colonel E.H. Taylor. I absolutely love it. It's one of my absolute favorite whiskeys. It always has been. And the packaging, the bottle is beautiful, the label is beautiful, and the canister is beautiful. It took me probably a long time to actually throw the canister away. It's just when I started buying other whiskeys and I needed more space is when I threw that canister away. But it's really good for gift giving. I recommend it all the time. I have a realtor friend, and she's like, when she sells houses, sometimes she likes to gift a bottle of whiskey. I recommend this. 3 weeks out from Thanksgiving, you might find this on a shelf. You might find this. Number 1 on the list, you might find this. Take a look, man. Go out there and find it. You know what I'm saying? Take it to Thanksgiving and become the whole to-do of the party because you brought this amazing whiskey with you. I recommend you also take a water dropper with you. I'm not saying it's super strong like that, but the flavor in Colonel E.H. Taylor, that water opens things up and you can have a nice experience, and you look like you know what you're talking about. You look like a whiskey expert to your friends and family when you bring out a water dropper and they're like, what are you doing? And you can explain to them. You can tell them, hey, go to the Whiskey and Kicks page on Instagram or on YouTube or both, and this guy talks about this water dropper thing and what it does. Science, baby, it's science. Those are my top 5. Those are my top 5 whiskeys. Just to go back over it, number 5 was Woodford Reserve Masters Collection. Number 4 was Bardstown Fusion Series, or anything from Bardstown. Bardstown Bourbon Company, pardon me. Number 3 was Blanton's Single Barrel Bourbon Whiskey. Number 2 was Balvenie Doublewood 12. And number 1 was Colonel E.H. Taylor. Anything from them. You see that yellow carton or canister, you go grab it and pay for it and haul ass out of the store. You are all set. 3 weeks out. You got time to let it sit. If you have a chance, get 2 so you can drink 1 between now and then take the other one to Thanksgiving. And there you go. So that is my guidance. Those are my tips. Top 5 whiskeys to take to Thanksgiving. I hope you guys enjoyed that. And you get something out of that. I am going to do top 5 whiskeys to take to Thanksgiving 1 week out of Thanksgiving. 1 week to 1 day, basically. You're a week out or you're the day before Thanksgiving. I can tell you what quality whiskeys to purchase to take to Thanksgiving dinner. And I will almost guarantee you will find these on the shelf. You don't believe me? I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. I've been to plenty of liquor stores. Anyway, until then, this is a cool, quick, down and dirty, sipping with Brocky segment. Y'all sipping with me, right? sometimes I just like to share the time with you guys. I don't want to have a guest on the show, you know what I'm saying? But I do have some fun guests coming up. But until then, this is what you get, baby. Check out the Whiskey and Kicks website, whiskeyandkicks.com. Check me on Instagram, The Whiskey and Kick Show, and on Facebook, The Whiskey and Kick Show. And it's plenty of content. And other than that, man, y'all be good, man. Cheers. Signing off.
Brocky, keep talking about whiskey and kicks.